Stephen Keshi, Nigeria, number 4.
It's been an amazing show of love for Coach Stephen Keshi since the announcement of his death. The presidency, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and the Confederation of African Football are mourning the loss of a legend. The Nigerian Football Federation visited Keshi's family and assured that his deeds will never be forgotten.
We are going to liaise with the Ministry of Youth and Sports to see how Keshi can be immortalized. He needs to be immortalized.
Keshi had a beautiful club career, and some of the clubs he played for are also showing love. Chelsea Football Club of England thanked him for inspiring John Mikel Obi and Victor Moses. Former captain of the Chipolopolo of Zambia, Kalusha Buaya, can't believe Keshi is gone. Ex-internationals Kanu Wankwo, Sunday Olise, and Victor Ekpeba are mourning the loss of a brother.
My heart goes to his family, you know, because like I said, I spoke to him just a few days ago. So I know the conversation that we had, and this is just like very shocking.
He's a leader. That's why we call him the big boss, because wherever Keshi is, he always wants to be the number one. Things has to be all around him. He's kind of a person that when you have your own problem, you can always talk to him.
Current members of the Super Eagles described Coach Keshi as a father, a leader, and guide. The tributes pouring in for Coach Stephen Keshi are a testament that he lived a life of service, and as the world mourns the loss of a legend, the prayer is that his lofty legacy will be preserved for posterity. Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News.
That's the number 4 jersey. That's Coach Stephen Keshi. Is no more. That's Super Eagles coach getting all the love from every part of the world. Chelsea, FIFA, CAF, the presidency, players, ex-internationals, everyone showing Coach Stephen Keshi love. Let's come back to you, Ben Alaiya, the Nigerian Football Federation. You have promised that his achievements will be immortalized.
Well, I don't know the arm of the Nigerian Football Federation that you talk about, but I mean, these are the same people, unfortunately, I must say, that led Keshi to his early grave. It's amazing how the people who sacked you from your job are now the one going to your house to commiserate with your family and saying you must be immortalized. I didn't want to say it, but I just have to say it is painful.
Anybody can.
That's the nature of the job, you know.
Yes, people are hired and fired. Yes, people are hired, but we all know the circumstances under which this characters who are now parading themselves as chief mourners of Keshi.
Then I'll let you talk again. We'll talk about the need to preserve his legacy. Let's go on a quick break. We'll be right back. Welcome back, Sports This Morning on Channels TV. You can be part of the program. We're still showing love to the late Super Eagles coach Stephen Keshi on Twitter or Channels_Sports, Facebook, Channels-Sports. Ben, I don't care who is in charge of football at the moment. I don't care what the sports ministry thinks. I know it's a must. We must keep remembering Coach Stephen Keshi.
Absolutely so. He's a legend, like I said, par excellence. It's somebody that I worked with very closely. I don't interview Keshi to write a story about him. I just talk with him. And I say, big boss, this one is happening, this one is happening. And I'm going to do a story. And he sees it next day. He said, this is what I was thinking. That is how close we were, and I've never sat him down to interview him. Never. I just talk to him as like an elder brother, like an uncle, like a father figure, like a legend that he is. And we'll keep remembering him. For me, for my entire life, this is one of the most painful deaths that I've known. You know, I was in the Super Eagles camp in Calabar when we were supposed to play a game when my own father, who gave birth to me, died. And I don't think I felt this type of emotion because the man was a bit ill before he died. Keshi was never ill. So the emotions are if you have spoken to somebody by 6 p.m. and by 1 a.m., by 6 p.m., by 1 a.m., they are telling you he's dead, you begin to wonder. And he didn't tell you he's having pain in his bad knee and all that. You begin to I don't know.
It's just taking me back to then. I woke up about 5 a.m. Someone is saying, Austin, can you confirm Coach Stephen Keshi is dead? I'm like, oh my God. I picked up the phone. I called his line. It said not reachable. Not reachable. Called it again. Not reachable. And then I called Ben Alaiya, and Ben Alaiya was in tears. And that was the testament right there. Ben, what do we know from the family? What are they saying?
I think that from what we are hearing, they still want to do an autopsy. Okay. After the autopsy, then I think the government wants to come in. I mean, Solomon Dalong is very passionate about Keshi. I know that. And he's saying the government will be interested in the burial plans. And so I think that after that, then we'll start thinking of forming a committee. I even want the media to be very, very involved because he's a media man. He's a very, very friendly person. He talks to you anytime. I recall again, there was a time a lady from Kiss FM in Abuja came to the camp of the Super Eagles with the opinion that Keshi is haughty. He doesn't talk to the people. And I told the girl, I said, look, is it the same Stephen Okechukwu Keshi or the other one? Is there any other person like that? He said, no, it's the same person. He doesn't talk. That he got that impression from the NFF headquarters. And I said, no, you sit down. I'm sure the girl is listening. If she's watching, she will know. I don't want to mention her name, you know. And I said, okay, come, let me take you to the big boss. And I took her, and lo and behold, the big boss was even in the sitting room. So I said, Oga, somebody wants to talk to you. I said, who? I said, a lady from Kiss FM in Abuja. I said, okay, come in. She came in and sat down, and I said, but before she starts interviewing you, they already gave her the impression that you are haughty, you are proud, and I told her that is the opposite of you. And when they did that, the girl started talking to Keshi, and he saw a different personality of Keshi. After that, the girl had interviewed Keshi almost on a daily basis. You know, that is the character of a true leader.
Yeah. Austin, I mean, I was going to tell Ben now that, I mean, there's no doubt Keshi is a legend, transcends Nigeria, because we've got reactions coming from South Africa.
How many Nigerians have been to club sides abroad, and they've been captain everywhere, from Anderlecht to Strasbourg, to Lokeren, to Reno, Malaysia 11, MLS. He's been captain. It is not by accident. It shows the truth. He's been captain everywhere he's gone. And he's been captain for Nigeria, the longest serving captain, 15 years to be captain of the national team of Nigeria. Whether he's playing or he's not playing, he's one of the few players that Anderlecht will fly and wait, put their plane down. Wow. After a match, they fly him back. It was that important.
And at the time, Anderlecht is where you can call your Real Madrid today, your Barca.
They were a massive club back then. I mean, Ben, South Africans have been paying tribute to the late great Stephen Keshi, and let's listen to that.
Disappointing, you know, like for Africa, more especially the rumor that he was going to coach Orlando Pirates. That's what it makes me feel so bad, because, you know, like I was looking forward to see Keshi coaching that team, Orlando Pirates, or Bafana Bafana.
He really brought African football to the world platform, so I wish we have many more people like him in the continent. Yeah, man, it's a great loss.
It's such a big loss. He was a legend in his own right, and it's a blow to the African nation as a whole, you know, especially when it comes to soccer, so rest in peace.
We were looking forward to Stephen Keshi coming to coach maybe Orlando Pirates, these big teams, Kaizer Chiefs, Orlando Pirates, even Sundowns. Now that he has passed away, we will not have that chance of seeing him in South Africa coaching these big teams. Well, my words on Stephen Keshi is that unfortunate to the whole nation that, well, life doesn't belong to us. So only the Creator knows. And what I know about him, he was the best player. He was also the best coach.
Words from South Africa, they're also showing love to the late coach Stephen Keshi. They would have been glad if he became coach of the Orlando Pirates.
Or Sundowns. Any of the big clubs. Keshi could have coached any of those big clubs.
He was actually headed there
Yeah.
the night that he died.
Wow. I'll come back to, we'll wrap up the show with more talks, but the family has been speaking on more tributes for Coach Stephen Keshi. Let's go to Benin, we'll be right back.
The family at this time would like to state categorically that funeral rites and all things pertaining to what will now happen to Stephen Keshi will be communicated very shortly to the larger world. We are also not unaware that Stephen Keshi wasn't just a national icon, but was an international personality that the whole world has been, devastated by his sudden death. And we'd also like to use this medium to say to everybody that thank you for all the outpouring of love that has been coming from across the world to this family.
In a simple sentence, he lived an exemplary life. He made himself an example to all. In his career as a football player, as a father, an uncle, a brother, he lived an exemplary life. There is no gainsaying anything right now about what they should remember him for. They know his exploits from when he started until this point when he became the coach and all. So I believe Nigerians already know, I know. So there's no point saying it. We know what they should expect. They know what they expect and they know what should be done.
Nigeria will miss Keshi greatly because he was a forthright man. Keshi always stood for the truth no matter how bitter it was. And that was why you saw a lot of controversies during the time he was coach for Nigeria. He believed in the truth. He believed, in straightforwardness. And we are going to miss that in Nigerian football.
More tributes for Coach Stephen Keshi. Ben, in 1 minute, we have to go. How best can we immortalize this man?
Well, the best way to immortalize him is to keep doing well. And of course, I heard the minister saying one of the edifices, national edifices, should be named after him. I think much more we can institute a tournament because Keshi actually started football from the secondary school, from the scratch. He became captain at nearly 20 years. And so if we start a competition named after him, a national competition, like what Channels is doing, it would not be a bad idea. But apart from naming, he's earned all the accolades. Is MFR, is CON, is this, so what else?
Okay. Austin, we got to go now. Ben, thanks for coming on the show, despite what has happened. Accept our condolences once again.
Misty eyes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Got to go now, Austin. Yeah. Thanks to the viewers for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a great weekend. I'm Tahir Salam.
Thank you so much for doing this with us. Coach Stephen Keshi, we'll miss you. Rest in peace. I'm Austin Okonakwan. Bye for now.